Are you busy all the time? No matter how you structure your day, your plate is always full and you're always overwhelmed and worn out? I'm going to talk to you today about maybe it's not your to-do list. Maybe it's you. From one recovering busy person to another, I know what it's like to be a workaholic. And here's the thing about being a workaholic. In the corporate world, which is where I came from or am currently in, I'm sure it's the same in retail and restaurant work and everything else, but I'm going to speak to corporate and then you just apply it to your life how you need to. But in the corporate world, being busy, being overwhelmed, working late hours of the night, getting up really early, lacking in sleep, not taking your lunch break, not peeing when you have to pee, that's looked at as a good thing because you are such a devoted worker and you are an overachiever, and there may be a promotion on the line because you work so hard. Here's the problem with that. When we put our identity, see my previous video about doing versus being, when we put our identity in what we do, looking for validation through promotions and recognition from our bosses, we get into that performance that really just makes us so busy and overwhelmed and just, it's not good. It's not good. So what I want to talk to you today, especially since we're in quarantine right now, I want to talk to you today about your schedule, your workload, and really ultimately just about you being your biggest obstacle. And here's what I mean by you. If you are busy, I'll give you a story. Ow. I just hit my hand on the desk. Okay, let's try that again. Serious face. I'll tell you a story. There's a person that I work with that always has this kind of victim mentality, really great worker, such a great worker, but they have a huge victim mentality around the fact that they are overworked, they never sleep, their diet's not right, they never get outside, they sit inside all day. Don't get me wrong, the person's a great worker, but they're also sabotaging themselves because they're not taking care of themselves. So at the end of the day, healthy people recognize healthy people. And people who have overcome a lot of workaholism and things that truly are issues inside of your identity and what you're attaching yourself to, you see that in other people. So you don't see it as a highlight. I don't need people to be controlled by me. I like to partner with people and watch them grow. So in this particular situation, this person works really hard and does a great job, but overworks themselves to the point that it's unhealthy. So my thought process as a leader in an organization is that doesn't serve anyone well at the end of the day if you're completely on E every single day. So I sent a message to this particular person earlier today because they've got a crazy busy day, lots of going on, and I said, make sure you get out in the sunshine at least 5 minutes because you're worth it. And it made me think about something I posted not the other day, but a while back. It's this meme. It says, I'm too busy to take care of myself, and that is crossed out. And then underneath it says, I don't believe my needs matter. And this particular person and others have reached out to me to say, wow, that really spoke to me, because they are busy people and their identity and their value system is wrapped up inside of being busy and performing. So when the busyness goes away, they don't feel as worthy and as valuable. And so that's what I wanted to briefly talk to you about here today as you are in your work from home setup environment, or maybe you've been laid off recently. And because that either the job has been removed and you are struggling with your sense of identity, or you feel like you're still working and you feel like you have to work so much harder because your performance is being evaluated through data and not necessarily through the performance being seen, what you look like, and your energy inside of your office space. Here's the thing with that. This is the perfect time to spend some time with yourself and start asking yourself the questions, why did I not get out for a walk today? Why have I not spent some time in the sunshine today? Why did I not eat my lunch? Why did I not go pee when I had to pee? If your body has to pee, it's telling you you got to pee. Number one offender. But I've done better. But it really is not something to be applauded that you are not taking care of yourself. And if people around you are lifting you up because you're basically sacrificing yourself for everybody else all the time, you might want to take a look at if those people are really for you or not. So one of the things I want to challenge you with today is I want you to take a look at your schedule, and I want you, just one step, take a look at your schedule, busy, packed, all the things you have to do. And I just want you to work in 5 minutes for yourself. Whether that is 5 minutes to read a book, 5 minutes to take a little walk, 5 minutes to just lay on your bed and do absolutely nothing, but just 5 minutes with yourself doing something productive for you. And by productive, that could be just laying down in the silence. By productive, that could be just take your shoes off and walk in the grass today. I want you to take that time and see how that makes you feel. Because if you're dealing with anything like what I've dealt with in the past, it can actually make you a little anxious, and you can't appreciate that time because there's other things going on that are pulling you back to, I've got to be busy. And so the question I want to ask you today is, do you believe that you matter? Because I can tell you all day that you matter and that you're worth it, but do you believe that? And start to explore that question, do I matter? And if I do, of course my answer is yes, why have I not made time for myself at all? And who is it actually benefiting if I'm run down and overworked and exhausted and resentful at the end of the day? Who put me in that box? Who put me in that cage? Because the answer, my friend, is you. Get your tasks done. Make sure you accomplish the priorities of the things you need to do for the day, because that's how you keep your job. But you put yourself in that cage, because I just have this thought that you don't think you're worth it if you're not busy. Just a thought. So I want to leave you with that today. I hope you spend some time just thinking about that, why you haven't made time for yourself, and do you actually think you matter? And I will catch you in the next video.